All right, in our next section, we're going to be talking about the area of circles and sectors. Let's start off with the first example. Find each indicated measure. For A, find the area of a circle with a radius of 2.5 centimeters. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is draw out a circle for A here. So we have a circle, and we want to find the area. So find the area. And it is given that we have a radius, so from the center to the edge of a circle, a radius of 2.5 centimeters. Awesome. All you need to know is the area of a circle is going to be 2 times pi, I lied actually, pi r squared. I'm thinking of circumference. The area of a circle is pi r squared, which just basically means pi times the radius squared. So let's just substitute these values. So the area here is going to be pi times 2.5 squared. And all we have to do is square this value and then apply it. So if you don't know what 2.5 squared is, which I don't either, 2.5 squared is going to give us 6.25. So let's go ahead and put that in front of our pi value. So it's going to be 6.25 pi. So it's totally okay to leave your value or your answer like this. The area is 6.25 pi. Or let's find out what it actually is if we were to multiply it out. So 6.25 times pi, or I could just put pi, is going to be approximates to about what over here, 19.63, and I'm going to round to 2 decimal places, centimeters. So both of these values, or both of these solutions are correct. Just depends on what it is we're looking for. All right, now let's just finish off with B. Find the indicated measure here, the diameter of a circle with an area of 113 square centimeters. All right, I forgot to mention that we need squared. Centimeters squared will be our units of measurement for area. Okay, so let's find the diameter here. So the diameter, remember, is going to be the length of a circle from one end to the other, but it also has to pass through the center. So we're trying to find out what this is going to be, okay? But what is given to us? Well, let me go ahead and draw that first. So we want to find out what this is. Okay, what is this going to be? Our diameter. We are given an area, so the area here is 113.1 centimeters squared. All right, so we're given a lot of information here. Something that I'm going to be using here is this equation of a circle. For the area of a circle. So since we know that the area of a circle is pi r squared, let's substitute the values here. So since we want to find the diameter, remember that the diameter is what? A diameter is 2 times the radius. Okay, so if we find the radius, we just have to multiply it by 2 to find the radius, to find the diameter, and that's where this equation comes in handy. So let's go ahead and substitute the value of the area to be 113.1 is going to equal pi r squared. Since we want to find what the radius is, let's just isolate the variable here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to divide both sides by pi. This pi is a value. So now we have 113.1 over pi equals r squared. Well, if I want to isolate r, what are we going to do to both sides? We're going to square root everything. So now what do we have? The radius equals the square root of 113.1 over pi. Let's go ahead and pop that into a calculator to see what we get. So the square root of 113.1 over pi. If you're going to put this into a calculator, make sure that you put parentheses before you square root it. So you can solve for this first and then you can square root it. But regardless, make sure the syntax is correct. And we get approximately 6 over here, okay? So now this is what is the radius. So let's approximate it to 2 decimal places. So the radius is just 6 centimeters here. But what is the question asking for? It's asking for the diameter. The diameter is 2 times the radius. So if the radius is 6, that means that the diameter is just 6 times 2, which is 12. So the diameter is 12 centimeters right over here. And that's it. Okay, bye.